Professor Awschalom, imagine you are visiting or attending a party with people, not with these quantum physicists, with ordinary people, and somebody asks you, what are you doing every day? What are you answering?
That's a great question. What we're doing with our students in the laboratory is trying to take this large world of semiconductor electronics and see if we can harness it to build a quantum technology. So we work on ways to create, control, transport quantum states of matter at the atomic scale. We also think about trying to build quantum materials with molecules, growing them from the bottom up for new types of sensors, new types of communication and computing.
And what is then the difference? Perhaps I understand how a computer works with transistors. They are much more smaller than in the 70s when I built with some tools. I put transistors on it. They're much smaller, but they are still working more or less the same way. What is the main difference between quantum technology and the traditional computing technology?
I would say there are two main differences. Quantum technology harnesses the two strong rules of quantum science. One is a quantum bit isn't deterministic. It's not a 0 or 1. It's a 0 and 1 in all combinations of the two, called superpositions. And the quantum bit itself, or its value, is based on how and when you look at it. The second property is quantum entanglement. And that's admittedly a bit more exotic. It's a property that exists in the quantum world and everything around us at the atomic scale, but something we don't see every day, which is creating information that's shared by multiple entities, multiple electrons, multiple atoms. And the impact of one affects all of them, a type of quantum Facebook, if you like.
Okay, I would come to the entanglement right after the next question, but I come back to the entanglement because this is really exotic, I think.
It is.
But first, what I learned at this conference, many researchers presented many different approaches. There are different ways to create a qubit, be it a spin, be it trapped ions, chains of ions, even molecules, which was what you presented. And there are also the different types of manipulating these systems, be it with lasers, be it with electric fields, magnetic fields, and so on. Do you think that there will be the technology someday, or will there be this diversity of approaches forever in the quantum computing?
I think that's a great question. And one of the rich aspects of this field is there is a diversity of approaches. And in the end, I don't think it's a question of which will be best. I think it's a question of where each one will find its applications and its impact. So we look at our information technology today. We use light to transfer information. We use semiconductor electronics to process. We use magnetic materials like hard drives to store information. So we use different technologies today. It's easy to imagine in the quantum future, we'll use different technologies for different applications, some for sensing, some for memories, some for communication, some for computing. In the end, maybe it's intriguing to think about a hybrid system where we mix and match these together based on what the target is.
And you think one can couple different aspects? I've just heard a talk where they coupled traditional computing technologies with the quantum aspect. Will this be the case that the real challenge is to bring the quantum effects into a traditional world, to connect these two worlds?
I think that's a very important challenge, and that's part of the excitement. So think about communication, using quantum entanglement to create secure communication channels across the planet. You might need to use that secure channel to link quantum machines or to connect sensors to bring them into the network.